Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 6. And this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 18 of this season, otherwise entitled Fundamentals. But of course, before we get into the actual breakdown and all the rest of that stuff in this video, let's of course watch the trailer.
If I get tears, this is all done.
You can't go there alone.
All of you have made it clear that you don't want anything to do with me.
What is wrong with you? I think we should take some space, Oliver.
What?
This is gonna be fun.
Arrow, all new this Thursday at 9/8 Central on the CW.
So last episode was a pretty big episode for the season. Like going into it, you thought this is going to be the worst episode of the season, isn't it? It's going to be one of those contained episodes to save budget and stuff like that. But it actually didn't play out that way. It was actually more of an average episode of Arrow, if not above average. I thought it was actually pretty decent to watch. And going into the episode, I thought, okay, this conflict between Diggle and Oliver is going to be really just over dramatic, but it made sense. It did feel forced at some points, but I think overall the episode was a decent episode and definitely progressed some stuff that we're going to see later in the season, not only with Oliver and Diggle and Team Arrow, but also with Ricardo Diaz and the Vertigo stuff, which does play out in this episode as well. But of course, before we get into the actual breakdown of the trailer, we'll quickly go over the synopsis or description for this episode, as it does give us a better idea as to what's going on. But of course, before that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you're looking forward to most in this episode, your various opinions on certain things you see in the trailer. Just let me know all of that in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. In his darkest place yet, Oliver wonders if he has failed at everything, being a father, a mayor, and a hero. His frustration rising, Oliver lashes out at Felicity and William. A surprising visit from an old friend has Oliver questioning his next move. So we start off the trailer with seeing our good old friend Ricardo Diaz, who I'm really liking as a villain. I am really liking how Kirk Acevedo is portraying the character. And just over the past couple of episodes, how much the character has progressed, because people had worries the fact that he was brought into the show pretty late on in regards to how big of a role he had. But anyway, we're seeing with a bunch of cops who obviously are corrupt, and they are most likely gathered at an entry point into the mayor's office or the police department, one of the two, and they're there, you have to think, to arrest Oliver, or at least gather him for the whole impeachment thing that was set up last episode. In regards to that and why people are getting confused about it, as to why Oliver would be in trouble for that, it's because he was mayor, and he's the whole thing, he can obviously fire the people because they're part of his staff, but because the whole investigation about him being Green Arrow was handed back down to Star City, the fact that he fired the district attorney and the captain of the police who would have been around and heading that investigation, it's seen as him protecting his own ass, if that makes sense. Very similar to last season with him, defending the Green Arrow over the Billy Malone thing. So it's going against everything it means to be a mayor, essentially what's going on the show. So yeah, it is repeating, I guess you could say, some plot points from last year, or last season, I want to say, which Arrow does get accused of a lot. But it sort of does make sense for what they're going for. So I honestly think it would have made more sense if they did it this season rather than last season, because, last season was really over and done with 2 episodes. But this season, it's been a whole thing, a whole storyline going throughout the season. So maybe they should have just not done it last season and saved it for this one. But we can't really change things from the past, can we? In regards to Ricardo Diaz and the corrupt cops, you would have to think those cops that were let go before Captain Hill was fired, so we have Dinah Dre, Curtis's new boyfriend, and all of them, you would have to think they might team together and they could go up against the corrupt cops, so that could be a sort of a mini plot story or mini plot line, might I say, that we see in the remaining episodes, them going against the corrupt cops, just to get their jobs back, but we'll have to wait and see. So they could be the rogue good cops, if that makes sense. Now we do see Oliver talking to new Team Arrow and maybe Diggle, and by new Team Arrow I mean Dinah and Curtis, and maybe Diggle in Renee and Wild Dog's hospital room. You can see the meters and the screens in the background, and it does look like one of the rooms in Star City General. And the reason I say maybe Diggle is there is because it's edited to make it look like Diggle is there. He's obviously not in the hospital room, so they do these with these trailers just to try and make it look like it's bigger than it actually is. So it's interesting to see why Oliver is there. I'm guessing it's because of the impeachment thing, maybe. Or maybe it's just due to John leaving or Diggle might have said leaving the team. He's like, you know what? We know you don't like each other, but hey, you might have to help me just for the sake of the city. So that is my guess as to why Oliver is meeting new Team Arrow in Renee's room. Now, you do get a hint at it in the synopsis, I guess, but you mainly get in the trailer that there could be some drama in Olicity Land, and by Olicity, I obviously mean Oliver and Felicity's relationship. Someone was pointing out on social media that Felicity might not be wearing her wedding ring. You don't get the best look at it, and it's like not the best shots in this trailer to really see it, but it's possible that she might just like take off the wedding ring and be like, look, we're on break for a bit. I'm not going to wear my wedding ring, let's pretend like we're not married at all. That would be a bit extreme, so I'm just guessing that maybe her hand is covering it, or just like you can't really see it that well in the trailer. But I'm guessing that Oliver is just going to be so frustrated over everything that's happened, not only with himself and like Diggle's relationship, but also what happened at the end of last episode with the whole impeachment thing, that he's just going to take his frustration out on Felicity and the people around him. Because, you know, usually he'd probably just go out in the streets and take it out on people out there, which he might do. But, you know, by himself, it could be a bit risky, especially like all the heat that he's facing from, you know, everything around him. So, you know, you have to feel bad for Felicity and William in this situation where they're basically going to be Oliver's like verbal punching bags for the most part. Now, as we saw at the end of last episode, Laurel and Black Siren and Ricardo Diaz have one more vial of Vertigo. Obviously, Oliver and Diggle destroyed all of it, but there is one vial left. And we all know where this is going to be, you know, heading, and that's Oliver's bloodstream. So Oliver's going to be affected by Vertigo in this episode, which is going to be pretty cool. And the reason I say it's going to be pretty cool is that we do get a hint at it, or a little shot of it in the trailer, where we do see Oliver in the seasons 1 to 3 suit, the old classic suit. And obviously that's just because Oliver's going to be hallucinating. And I don't know if he's going to be hallucinating seeing that stuff, or he's going to be hallucinating himself in that suit, or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. We also do know he will be wearing the season 4 suit in this episode as well. So it's going to be pretty awesome. And throughout this episode, with the whole hallucinations from Vertigo as well, we will be getting cameos from a couple of people. We do know, I'm pretty sure that these two people are confirmed for the episode. And that is Prometheus, or Adrian Chase, and Robert Queen. They will both be in this episode. We could possibly be getting Moira as well, because I think it'd be cool if we got both Moira and Robert Queen in this episode as well. But definitely don't be surprised when you see Adrian Chase and Robert Queen turn up, because they were seen on set. But with Moira, that would be a nice surprise as well. Now, yes, I do know Colin Donnell, who plays Tommy Merlin, has been on the Arrow set, but he only started going to the Arrow set in episode 21. So that's the episode he will be in. I don't know if he's going to be in any episodes after that, but he will be showing up in episode 21, not this episode, which is episode 18. So don't go into the episode expecting Tommy Merlin. And the last thing I want to say before I end this video, there are actually no more breaks for Arrow this season. There have been a couple of people asking. No more breaks for Arrow this season. We're on Arrow until it ends. And that goes with this, that goes the same with The Flash. When The Flash comes back, well, this week, I guess, there's no more breaks for The Flash. So Arrow will actually be finishing its season a week before The Flash. So Arrow's finale is like May 16th or 17th, I think. And then The Flash's finale is May 22nd. I think that's what it is. So Arrow finishes a week before The Flash. I don't know why that is. Maybe Flash finishes off with a story or a cliffhanger that sort of wouldn't allow Arrow to finish the way it wants to, maybe? You have to wait and see. I wonder why they've scheduled it that way. It's going to be interesting to find out. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below what you're looking forward to most in this episode, what catches your eye, what catches your interest. Just let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.